Hello and welcome to the Apex Dental Sleep Lab Employee Benefits Open Enrollment webinar for benefits beginning January 1st, 2021. My name is Bill Hammond. I'm proud to be your insurance broker. My phone number and email address are right there on the screen. If you're having any issue with choosing a plan that works best for you, or finding a doctor, or understanding the options, or need any one-on-one assistance in choosing your plan, I'm happy to help. Also available is Tamara Pintado, the Senior Account Manager on your policy. Both of us are available throughout the year, not just in open enrollment, to help you with claims issues, with issues in using your health plan and getting new ID cards, finding doctors. Just all the things that you just don't quite know where to go to, we can help facilitate some of that, or at least give you the good numbers to call on the right websites and all that kind of stuff. So please treat us as an extended part of your business and lean on us when you need to. We're going to talk about open enrollment here, the dates that are important. We'll go through all of the benefits very quickly. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them. Changes, how do I enroll, and then Q&A would be something more apt for email or phone call at a later date. So, but I do want your questions. Open enrollment, we are coming up on the end of the year, so we're going to ask you to get this done in just a handful of days. I know the office is going through some stuff at the moment, so it could be difficult. So remember, if you need more time or you need help, please reach out to me. We're asking everybody to be done with their open enrollment no later than Tuesday, December 15th. Remember, this is the time where you can enroll for the first time. You can terminate your benefits. You can add a spouse, take a spouse off, add a kid, remove a kid, go from the HMO to the PPO or Kaiser to Blue Shield, or whatever it is you want to do. This is your open enrollment period to make any of those changes. Any changes you do make would go into effect January 1st, 2021. So if you're on an HMO plan with Kaiser now and you want to choose a Blue Shield PPO plan, you will not have that PPO plan until January 1st. Once again, Tuesday, December 15th is our deadline. And the biggest change this year is we are completing our applications virtually, paperless, through an online enrollment system called EASE. We'll get into that real quick here in a minute. We have 9 medical plans available. So up here at the top, we see 2 Blue Shield Trio HMO. Trio means Scripps. So if you like an HMO plan with Scripps doctors, this is going to be a really affordable way to go about getting it. We have a Sharp Silver and Gold plan, also an HMO plan. The doctors would be with Sharp Healthcare, of course. Kaiser, we have a Silver and Gold. Kaiser is Kaiser. We're all pretty familiar. Blue Shield has 2 PPO plans, a Gold and the Silver level plan. And then our final plan is our MediExcel Platinum 90 HMO plan. MediExcel is the policy that allows you to see providers in Tijuana and Mexicali, but also has some coverages available stateside. So if you're looking for the most affordable way to get insurance, it's definitely going to be the MediExcel plans. So here's our 2 Blue Shield Trio HMO plans. Again, Trio tells you this is Scripps doctors. So I'm going to kind of go through some of this real quick. I'm not going to do this for every single plan, but I want to familiarize you guys with the terminology. So starting at the top, we have deductible. So deductible is the amount of money that the insurance company says that you have to pay before other benefits are given to you. Okay, so if I have a $2,250 deductible, generally speaking, you'd have to pay all $2,250 before you get any benefits. However, wherever you see these words DED waived, that means deductible waived. That means that if I could join this Blue Shield Trio Silver 70 HMO plan and I want to see a regular doctor, that's a $55 copay, or a specialist is a $90 copay, deductible waived. I get this benefit from day one. So on January 2nd, if you haven't used your plan at all and you want to go see a doctor, you do not have to pay the $2,250 deductible before getting a copay. You get that right off the bat because DED waived, or deductible waived. As we go down a little further, we see diagnostic labs. So blood work would be $55 copay, x-ray $90 copay, deductible waived. Images, so CAT scan, PET scan, MRI, after deductible. So if you need an MRI on this plan here, you are going to be asked to pay 100% of the cost up to $2,250 Once you have met that deductible through any means, whether it's hospital stays, surgeries, whatever, then you would get the $300 copay. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, $55 copay, deductible waived. And you get all the way to the bottom here, urgent care, $55 deductible waived. Where this $2,250 comes into effect really gets into hospital services, outpatient services, and emergency room. Okay, so if you had this plan and you went to the hospital, you would pay 100% of the costs for the first $2,250. Then you pay 30% of the cost. Blue Shield pays 70% until your $2,250 plus 30% equals $8,200, at which point you pay zero for the rest of the calendar year for all covered services by in-network doctors. All right. This out-of-pocket maximum is a cumulative running number. So $8,200 is the most any individual would pay. So if I went to the hospital and I had a $100,000 claim, I'm not on the hook for $30,000. I'm on the hook for 30%, not to exceed $8,200. That's the key. All right. The second number for family, 4,500 and 16,4. This is if you have more than one person enrolled with you. And the most important thing to know about this is even if you have more than one person, no one person in the family would ever be asked to pay any more than their individual deductible and their individual out-of-pocket maximum. So the example I like to use is if it's me and my two daughters on this silver plan and I get in a car accident and I have $100,000 in medical bills, I will have met my deductible in full for the year at $2,250, and I have met my out-of-pocket maximum in full at $8,200. I will pay nothing more for the rest of the year. My daughters would have the other $2,250 deductible and the other $8,200 in out-of-pocket expenses. And you see how these compare against a gold plan. So the gold plan is a much lower deductible, a little bit lower maximum risk, lower copays across the board, still no Chiro, a little bit better prescription drug benefit, and then the hospital stay is a copay. So if I'm looking at these plans, the biggest difference to me, other than this deductible being a lot lower, is how it covers me in the event of having some of the most expensive things possible, like an inpatient hospital service, an outpatient surgery, or an emergency room visit. With this gold plan, it's much, much lower. So a hospital stay would cost me $600 a day after my $250 deductible, $600 a day, no more than 5 days would I pay that copay, meaning day 6 and beyond, you pay zero. They're not saying you're kicked out after this amount of days. You pay $600 day 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's $3,000 out of pocket. And then beyond that, you don't pay anything else for the rest of that particular stay. Okay. So those are the two Blue Shield HMO plans. Again, Blue Shield HMO is the trio plan, and it means Scripps doctors. Here's our Sharp plans. They look very, very similar in that we have a same deductible at $2,250. Sharp's gold plan is $350, a little higher deductible. Out-of-pocket maximums are the same as we saw before. Copays are a little bit different. Some of this complex imaging, you're paying a percentage after the deductible rather than a copay. Still have the brand name drug deductible, meaning I have to pay the first $300 before I get a $70 or a $100 copay for brand name drugs. We have this 30% after the deductible in the hospital and emergency room. The biggest difference between the gold Sharp plan and the gold Blue Shield plan is this hospital and surgery benefit. With Sharp, you see it's a percentage rather than Blue Shield is a flat dollar copay. A flat dollar copay is going to be a lot cheaper than a percentage. All right. So that's important to note. And then the other little cool thing about the Sharp plan here is if you need a outpatient surgery, it's going to be deductible waived. So that's good. Okay. Kaiser plans. Again, the Kaiser plans are going to look a lot like those Blue Shield plans. Deductibles are a little different. Out-of-pockets are the same. Copays are going to be very similar. Note after deductible versus deductible waived. Also note, which is very interesting, is the Silver Kaiser plan covers Chiro and the Gold plan does not. Kind of funky that the more expensive, better plan doesn't cover something that the Silver plan does. but it is what it is. Just know that that's the benefit difference. So if you like Kaiser and Cairo is important to you, you're probably going to be looking at this $2,100 deductible plan. Here's our PPO plans. Again, the biggest difference here is PPO plans allow you a much, much larger selection of doctors that you can see that are in network, whereas HMO plans are more restrictive. Benefits are going to feel very similar. You got some of these deductible waived here. This is very important to note. You got a brand name drug deductible. You still have no Cairo here. And then you have percentages for some of the bigger stuff. So PPO plans really great for someone that wants to utilize many different type of doctors, specialists, and hospital systems. Here's our MediExcel plan, really the rock star plan of the bunch. The biggest drawback, of course, is that you have to get almost all of your care in Mexico. There are some benefits stateside, such as those CVS Minute clinics, and a couple, I think there's 3 urgent care centers that are in South County that you can go to. But if you need to see a regular doctor, or you need to get a prescription drug, or you need an x-ray, lab, MRI, physical therapy, any of these things, hospital stays, surgeries, emergency room, you are going to need to go to Tijuana or Mexicali to access these services. So great option for people who are comfortable going across the border to get their coverage, or maybe a lot of people that we know, love, and work with have family that lives in Mexico, and there's a lot of opportunity to cross over the border. So really, really, really affordable plan, really great benefits, but just know you have to access almost every part of your care in Mexico. So dental and vision, we're going to talk about this real quick. So our dental plans, we have 3. We've got the bronze, silver, and gold HMO. The bronze is going to be the cheapest thing going. If you just want 2 free cleanings a year and you're not that choosy on who you go see, this bronze HMO plan is going to be really, really affordable. I think it's $13 a month for an individual. Gets you 2 free cleanings, really great deal. For those of you that want a little bit better plan, lower copays, and are willing to spend a few more dollars, the silver and the gold plan will give you the same exact network of dentists that you can see with the bronze plan, but the copays will be a lot lower across the board. Also to note, if you are interested in orthodontia benefits, you must choose one of these HMO dental plans. The PPO dental plan does not cover ortho. I'm sorry, it only covers child ortho, does not cover adult ortho. So if you are interested in orthodontia for an adult, you have to get one of the dental HMO plans. Here at the bottom, you'll see there's a copay. So the child copay is $2,100 and $2,250 for adults. The silver and gold is lower. You see here with the PPO plans, it's a 50% coverage with $1,000 max. So even though it does cover ortho, it's not going to cover it to the extent that it might be covered under an HMO plan. Here's our PPO plans. Again, we have 3 of them here. Platinum is going to be the most expensive. Silver is the least expensive. So PPO dental plans are really great for anybody that wants a lot of choice. So just like medical, if you want a lot of choice and you're very specific on who you want to see, a PPO dental plan might be the best way for you to go. The silver plan is going to be the lowest cost. But here I want to attract your attention to the calendar year max. So with HMO plans, there's no annual maximum. You never run out of benefits. But with PPO dental plans, each of them will have a calendar year maximum per person enrolled. So on our silver plan, we're looking at $1,100 max, gold is $1,600, platinum is $2,100. So you'll recall with medical, I said, once you hit the maximum, you pay nothing else and the insurance company pays 100% of the cost. It's important to note that with dental PPO plans, it's exactly the opposite. When you hit your calendar year max, meaning the insurance company has paid out with the silver plan $1,100 in benefits on your behalf, they will no longer pay anything and you will pay 100% of your dental needs for the rest of the calendar year. All right. So this is a limitation. And it's really, if you don't have very specific dentists that you're interested in seeing, the PPO plan might not be the best bet. But for those of you that are very specific on who you want to see or having a lot of choice, these PPO plans are going to be a good option for you. A couple of notes here about benefits. with PPO plans, it's not like with HMO plans, where HMO plans have a very specific dollar amount for every single service. The summaries are like 11, 12 pages long. It's hundreds and hundreds of codes per, all the different things that could happen. With PPO dental plans, everything's divided up into 3 categories: preventative, basic, and major. Everything will fall into one of those 3 categories. Preventative is your annual exams, your 2 annual exams, your annual x-rays, some of the fluoride treatment, just the basic, I'm going in for a cleaning type of stuff. 100% covered on all the plans. Basic is where things get a little different. So you'll notice with the better plan, the more expensive plans, endodontics and periodontics are covered as a basic service and paid at 80%. For gold, 90% for platinum. This means that with the gold plan, you'd only pay 20% for a root canal and then on the PPO platinum, you'd pay 10% for these services. The silver plan makes that a major service and pays only 50% of it. Okay. So that's how these plans differentiate themselves, not only with where they classify endodontics and periodontics, but also on the maximum annual benefit. So let's talk real quick about our enrollment portal. So this is going to be at apexsleep.ease.com. The homepage will look just like this. And I want you to be on the lookout for this email right here. You're going to get this email today, December 7th. And it is going to welcome you to the portal and have a little button here at the bottom that says click here to sign up. So you're going to click that button there. Once you do, you'll be taken to the home page. You will create a password. Make sure you remember this. This is a system we will be using years going forward. And it's also a really great tool for you to look into some of the benefits that you've purchased, or maybe it's been 6 months since we had open enrollment and you're not exactly sure what you got. This is a great place to go to understand or remember or download a PDF or whatever it may be. So choose a password, confirm, I agree to the services, and go ahead and sign up. Right when you get to the home page, you'll see the start enrollment button at the top right. You'll click there. Then you'll hit this page here. It kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. You'll hit that start button there. Now you get into your personal information. This is pretty easy stuff. You fill it all out. Dependents, you'll list your dependents. They'll ask you about Medicare. Don't worry about any of that kind of stuff. Most of you are on Medicare. If you have dependents, I would recommend that you add them into the system, because it will allow you to choose to enroll them or disenroll them, and it will let you look at the different costs with each of these selections. So go ahead and put any dependents you have, even if you don't want to enroll them there, so you'll be able to see the prices later on. So once you get into the medical plan selection, this is the #1 thing we see people miss. Right here under this area here, it's going to be grayed out. To start, both of these will be gray. You need to specify your coverage, either green check mark for enroll or the red X for decline. And once you do that, then you'll see these plans all become available, and you can select the plan that you want. Underneath each of these plans, you're going to have these little links where you can open up and read more about the plans. It has links to different websites to find doctors, all kinds of stuff in these links here. So please remember to go ahead and click on these so you can understand better about your benefits. Once you select one of these plans, you'll start seeing on the top right here, you'll start seeing how much your plan cost is on a per paycheck basis. You'll go to dental and vision, and you'll make the same elections. Once you get all done, you'll get to the very end, and you'll see that you have your medical, you have your dental, you have your vision. Here's the plans I selected. I want everybody to make sure this is what you want. If it's not, you can just kind of click back here to go back. You can print your summary here if you want this summary for yourself. Otherwise, hit continue. You will be brought to a stage that says sign forms. You'll have a type signature. You'll use your mouse to sign like this. And then once you hit next, you'll be brought through the whole application, and you just click the green box, and it will populate the signature line with either your type signature or your written signature, both of which are encrypted and qualifies as a legally binding signature to a document. So you'll do that. You'll hit them. You'll sign them twice, typed in with your mouse. And then once you're done with that, you submit it. You're going to go. It'll say finish. You'll hit this finish button here, and then you're going to get an email that looks just like this. Your benefit enrollment has been submitted. and you're all done. Once you get to this place, you are all done. Okay. So what do you do now? So go ahead and check your email for the ease invitation in the login. All right. This is what you will use to enroll. Your deadline is Tuesday, December 15th, not Thursday. Sorry for the typo there. Tuesday, December 15th. And if you miss this deadline or you decline coverage, you'll have to wait until next year to enroll. Now, please understand, if you decline this coverage because you have coverage somewhere else and you don't need this, maybe you're on your parents' plan, maybe you're on your spouse's plan. If you decline coverage because you're on another plan and then you lose that coverage in the calendar year, that's called a qualifying event. And that allows you to enroll in our plan in the middle of the year. Okay. So this note is really for people that don't want the insurance. They don't want to pay their portion of it. They'd rather save the money. If that's you, you will need to wait until next year to enroll. For those of you who are declining because you have other coverage, if you were to lose that other coverage, you would be eligible to enroll in the middle of the year, the next first of the month after you lost that coverage. All right, so for anybody that's got any questions, I'd be happy to help. My contact information is here. Tamara is also available. We are here to help you make this decision. I know it's a relatively quick turnaround. I know there's a million things going on in the world. Everybody must log in and enroll or decline. We need everybody to do something. So reach out to me or Tamara if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you need more time, if you need help understanding the plans or picking the right one for you, we're here to help you. That's the end of the presentation. I appreciate all of you for the honor of being your benefits broker. It's a privilege, and I would love to hear from you and help in any way I can. Thank you so much and have a great day.